I'm Jackie Hill and welcome to this second video presentation where I'm going to be talking about the boot camp that's going to be held later on this year at La Platriere in September. But before I start, I just want to show you this beautiful tree that I'm standing in front of. It's the tamarisk tree and it's been in flower now for about a month. Anyway, I must move quickly on, and what I'm going to talk about in this video is something that I've given some thought to. It's what I would want to know if I was coming out on a boot camp here. I would know something about the person, I would want to know something about the person presenting it. So in this short brief video I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, and some of it is going to be stuff that you won't find on the website. So when I looked at this, I kind of thought, what three things would I need to know? One would be, is this person qualified? i.e., does she have the expertise and knowledge required to teach all the things that she's saying that she's going to teach? So I'm going to deal with that question. And secondly, what about other people? What do others say about her and her training? So I'm going to deal with that as well. And the last thing is, what personal experience does she have herself? Does she apply these principles in her own life? For example, do I just talk the talk or do I walk the walk as well? So I'm going to talk to you about those three things. And I'll be very brief about the first two because most of the information, I've just got a car coming along. Most of the information on the first two things will be found on the website. So just to tell you very briefly, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, psychotherapist, NLP practitioner and a trainer in EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization reprogramming. And I've been studying and working with people for over 20 years plus. I started way back in doing voluntary work, in working for Scope and for Mind and in the prison service, and later worked as a probation officer and a social worker in child protection and children and families. So I have all that background, and that really got me even more interested in getting to work more closely with people, hence why I trained in psychotherapy, counselling and so forth. Now, my qualifications you'll find on the website, so please do have a look. It's www.fastforwardtherapies.co.uk. So have a look at that. You'll also find on the website various testimonies, I call them success stories, about what people have said about that I've worked with. So have a look at those. I'm not going to go into detail here, but you can have a look. There's a number of testimonies, success stories there for you to have a read about. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself that you won't find on the website, and that is, do I apply the principles that I teach in my own life? And the answer is yes, I do. And that started about, again, 20 years ago. I was in a very bad place in my life at that time. I was in an unhappy marriage, and I needed to start to think, how am I going to change my life? So I looked at various self-help programs, etc., and decided to set goals for my life. And those goals are what I took that led me into the work that I've done. So that was a bit about the earlier stuff. Now, this didn't stop there. It progressed even further to the point where I was hungry for more knowledge. I was absolutely finding that some of the things that I was learning was incredibly powerful, and that just led me to really want to know more. So hence that's why I trained and qualified in the various professions that I did, and also in psychotherapy, because I thought if it works for me then it must work for other people. And that's really my great joy in doing this work, because I just like to see other people moving on in their lives and actually getting where they want to be in their life and not being held back by the kind of stuff that can hold you back, because I know that from my own personal experience. It didn't go, as I say, it didn't stop there. This is a story of 20 years plus, and in latter years, I suppose within the last 10, I got itchy feet, wanting to think about what's my next goal in life. And it was about coming to France. It was about opening a retreat here in France. It was about extending that whole thing even further. And I guess that was a really biggest move that I've ever done in my life, or one of the biggest ones, because it meant that we had to change, my husband and I had to really change what we were doing. We had to really let go of our comfort zones and actually work out a new life for us here in France, with the language we didn't know, a society, a culture that wasn't familiar to us, and losing all that familiarity, and also being away from family and friends. Even though you have the support on the telephone and everywhere else, on the internet, etc., it's still not the same, is it, as though they were with you in the flesh, so to speak, much closer. So that was a big step, and again that was done in the same principles that I'm going to be sharing with you. Not just about goal setting, it's about believing, it's about having focus, it's about really pursuing your vision for your life. And it hasn't stopped there, because I've just this year completed another vision for my life, and that was from the age of 5 I wanted to write a book, and this year I've completed 2 books. So I'm completing and I'm on target for the goals that I've set in my own life, and consider that because I'm on that road of reaching those goals, that I'm successful. And I want to share how I do it with you. I want to share how I do it so that you can be successful in your life, whatever your goals may be, whatever your vision may be, that you may be able to reach out and actually fulfill your potential. Please leave your comments at the bottom of the blog here, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. There's some more information about the bootcamp coming up underneath, and it's been great to talk to you today. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Bye.